But Gaga, her name is Alice. Hey everybody, it's Chaymie here and welcome back to another video. And after 70 years, I have finally got my Alice in Wonderland limited edition doll from the Disney store. Alright, so the box, and I think this has to be one of them, or if not the most colorful and vibrant boxes that I have seen in this line of dolls. I just love all the flowers, and I love that it has like a iridescent sheen to it as well. It's not metallic foil, but it just have like a little vibe of color in there, so it shimmers, so I love that as well. Alright, taking a look at the box, it has a little sticker that says Disney Alice in Wonderland 70 art by Mary Blair, and I believe this might be her actual signature maybe. And even on the plastic window we have these metallic flower patterns here, which I absolutely love. It also has on the side window panel. And on the bottom it says Alice limited edition 1 of 7,900. Fortunately mine came with some damages on the box. This one is like kind of bad. It's already skewing towards there, but oh well, you know, gotta move on. So on the back it says Alice in Wonderland 70 by Mary Blair. And I also love that artwork on the bottom as well. We have the house and the rabbit and Alice. On the top window, it also says the movie's name in metallic foil gold. So that's beautiful. Alright, that is it for the box. So now let's take her out. So here is my certificate of authenticity. Mine is number 2,698 out of 7,900. So again, it's in the same theme of the box design. It's pretty and it still has that iridescent shimmery feel to it. Alright, so before we take her out, let's take a look and remember her in her original box pose. So her pose is quite interesting. I have a feeling that they were planning to add something in her hand from the way it was posed up, as if it's trying to show something. So maybe they had like a little potion bottle or something. Or maybe I'm all wrong. Okay, she is out of the box, so before we take a look at her, let's take a look at her box background. So it's a very artsy kind of background. I believe it could also be Mary Blair's art, and it has all these signs to tell her where to go. There's beyond, that way, down, over, back, beyond, that way, down, this way, that kind of thing. So it's pretty cool. Alright, now let's push that aside and bring in Alice. Alright, so before we get into the details, here is our compulsory 360 look of Alice. So you can see that the hair is nicely curled. They're all gelled, but at least they're consistent with the styling and the size of the curls, and they're very decent looking. Yeah, I forgot which way I was turning. Which way was it? Oh, this way. Okay. Sorry. And I love the fact that this peplum goes all the way around. I initially thought it was just like two little short things hanging on the side, but this is nice. Alright, so now let's get into the details. First up, her face. Like we all know, her face is the same as Snow White's face sculpt, but what I don't know is if it's a new Snow White face sculpt or if it's like the old face sculpt from when they did that original doll back then. In general, she shares Snow White's face sculpt. And she has her really strong brows, and I love the painting details on the brows because, you know, even though it's like a mass-produced factory painted version, they still tried to create that kind of hand-painted brush stroke look because you have like different colored lines in there that gives the overall effect of the brows, so I like that. And I can really tell her eye direction. It sort of looks like she's looking on straight, but it kind of also looks like she's looking to this side, so that's interesting. And I love her lashes. So she has brown and gold shimmery eyeshadow along with her cat wing, and there's nothing on her lower lashes. Of course, she has her blue eyes and really strong lips. So on camera and in photos, they come off really red, like Snow White kind of red. But in person, it's almost like a very dark pink kind of color. It doesn't come off as red as it is on camera. And this sculpt, I believe, has like a little parted lip thingies for the teeth. So I guess they just painted it over it. But I don't know, I kind of want to paint that little gap with white so that she's kind of showing her teeth. That'd be cute. Alright, and for her hair, so she has her blonde curly hair that's all gelled in the back. But like I said earlier, the curling is kind of consistent with this doll. Sometimes the sizes, the shapes of the curls are kind of all over the place, or all different from each other, but she seems to be a little bit consistent. So that's nice. And she also has her little black bow. They're double knotted over there, so that's cute. And this part of the hair is attached to her bodice so that it kind of gives that effect of hair falling on her shoulder. That's a little nice thing that they did in the packaging. You know, they could have just swept all the hair in the back, but they took the effort to just give this little one in the front, so I appreciate that. All right, now let's move on to her outfit. So her top and her skirt are two separate pieces. They're removable and they're detachable. You can see that they're separate pieces here. So this black part is like a velvety type of material. It's a very fuzzy texture. And I love the little lace trim that it has along the, oh my God, what happened to my voice? Along the bodice here. And this little sheer kind of, I don't even know what this material is, but it's very soft. It's shimmery and is also very thin and delicate feeling. So they're all stitched together, so it's not two pieces. She has her black collar, and attached to her black collar is this gold chain and this little diamond here, along with a pendant, which is a clock. Or like a stopwatch kind of thing, like a pocket watch, sorry. And she has her poofy sleeves with the little black trim here, ending it with some lace trims here. So that's adorable. All right, now let's move on to her skirt. So I think her skirt is obviously the centerpiece of this doll because it is where Mary Blair's art is featured. So first up, she has these two peplums. I think they're like an iteration of her apron, but they put it to the side. So she has some plastic little butterflies here. I was hoping they would be metal, but they're not. But I actually forgot that the pendant is metal though. So that at least one thing is metal, so that's good. So she has her plastic gold butterflies, they're cute. There are 3 on each side, but they don't feature on the back. And I'm not sure what this is actually. Would you call this embroidery? Like this type of stitching? Or is it just normal kind of metallic thread stitching? But they're just patterns of flowers and little butterflies, so that's cute. And then we have the main part of her skirt. So the material is like this shimmery kind of material. It's quite thin and it's kind of stiff too. But you can even see through the printing on the inner side. So we have the art of Mary Blair printed on it. It's beautiful. It does go all the way around. It's pretty, but you know, in the movie I never liked these flowers because they creeped me out as kids, and I don't think they were very nice to Alice. And on the blue parts of the skirt we have dark blue jewels, and for the flowery parts they kind of coincide with where they are placed. So for here they're white, for these parts they're yellow, for these parts they're green, for these parts they're purple, so I kind of like that. And the gems sort of go all the way around, so it does go fully to this side. So, but starting from that, they kind of just scattered out a little bit. So I guess it's still better than not having anything on the back at all. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And I do love the pleats on her skirt and the way it poofs out. And of course it's also supported by the little undercoat layer that she has. So this one is not like the usual petticoats where it's a separate piece. It's actually stitched together with this skirt. So it's quite nice. This underpart is actually 2 layered. And finally, we have her shoes. So let me remove her off the stand to show you guys her shoes. Ooh, okay, focus please, there we go. So they're like a version of the shoes she wears in the movie, but they're high-heeled now. But this is a new sculpt actually. It's not the usual, like the pointy tip high heels. Does look quite accurate for her character with the rounded toes here. And she also have like a little flower here for her strap. And I think the strap itself is also connected to the shoe because you can really see the little part that connects here. I thought the strap would have been just a separate piece, but it's nice that it's actually connected to the shoe. And finally, tying everything together is her tights. These are her white tights. They're like bands. They go all the way up. And I also love the material. I think it feels quite nice. Yeah. So I was thinking that she might have the new feet sculpt that they introduced with Esmeralda, but since she's wearing high heels, I think they just gave her the tippy toe feet. So I don't think she has, so she doesn't have Esmeralda's new feet. And she also features the new stand that Esmeralda got with the reinforced saddle here, which I really love, so they won't break as easily as they used to, and also the oval base. But for some reason, this one looks like it already wants to break, and it just came that way in the box. You can see that the plastic has taken some force or pressure here at the base. Okay, so now for my final thoughts. I know that I had some reserves on this doll initially in my reaction video, but I think since the time that I reacted and to this point when she arrived, I think it has grown on me. And to be honest, this is actually a really cool concept, in fact. So it opens like a new door for the future of these dolls. Like in the future, maybe they could start doing dolls inspired by the art of the artist from the original movies. That would be really cool. And they could even venture into like concept art dolls. Like imagine like for the 10th anniversary of Frozen, they do concept art versions of Anna and Elsa. Like it'll be so amazing to see evil Elsa with black spiky hair in a limited edition doll. Won't that be awesome? And including myself, like we're Disney fans, we're so in love with the movie, so when a doll is revealed, our initial reaction to it is a media comparison between the movie. We're like, where's the movie accuracy? You know, why doesn't she look like what she was wearing in the movie? And I'm sure the Disney store artists are always trying to do something new, like what can we do different? They're trying to do things differently for these dolls, so we have to appreciate them when they do try to make things different. So yeah, I ended up loving this doll. I never hated her in the first place, I just had some reserves on her, but I think seeing her in person, I really do love this doll and how she turned it out to be. The only things I would comment on is just the quality for now. Like the skirt, the material, it feels kind of stiff, it's thin, and I wish they would have done embroideries, even if it's a little bit, on the flowers, you know, kind of just to accentuate the design that's already there. And I don't have the original Alice, and I don't think I'll ever will, unless I become super rich, but that's unlikely. So I'm just really glad and grateful and just happy to have owned this version of Alice. And she's actually very pretty. Alright everybody, so that was my review on the limited edition Alice doll by Mary Blair from the Disney store, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You can also check me out on Instagram at Chaymie Creates for more toy photography. If you enjoyed this video, you can thumbs up, like, and subscribe here on my channel so you get more videos like this in your video feeds. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye!